Should I just start out with like a Grinch scream?
If you must.
I feel like I hurt my voice last time. Hold on. I feel like I'm gonna short out the mic. Hold on, I have to gather myself. That wasn't a good one.
No, that was fine. I get to edit it later,
you.
so don't worry about it. It's great.
Can you Grinchify me a little more?
Maybe. What
Okay,
do I need to? Do you want me to auto tune your scream?
No. I do not want to subject that. I feel like that will probably be the frequency that you hear, like, you know, those sci-fi movies where it's like a certain frequency was released and it led to like brains exploding or mind control or whatever. I feel like that, like in my very off pitch Grinch scream rolled through autotune may just be that frequency. And I feel like there are certain things that are great to discover by accident, like penicillin, and that, you know, vanilla and raspberry natural, quote unquote, natural flavoring is actually beaver butt. But some things I feel like should just be left alone. That's what I'm going to say about that.
Would we say that, like, learning about vanilla and raspberry being beaver butt is like a fun thing to learn? I didn't have a fun time when I learned that, but if you did, that's nice. I mean, it's a happy.
It's delicious and it's natural. I never thought I'd eat ass. I never thought I would be beaver ass, but here we are. This episode, much like every other episode, is rated E because of the weird, terrible things that we say, and here we are.
Welcome to the Peony, everybody.
Starting off on a high note.
Yay. I'm Lex.
I'm Julia. I'm the Grinch.
And this is our holiday episode.
Yes, insert like atomic bomb dropping sound effect. Yeah.
Like that one?
Last year we talked lore, like
we
holiday
did.
lore, mythology, cultural stories. Yep. Exactly, pooping logs. Oh,
your favorite?
I forgot about that little fucker.
How could you forget? You were like obsessed with him.
I don't know. Was he Italy? Was he the Italian people? Was he your people?
He might have been. I thought the pooping log was Southern America, Central America. What Maybe. Are the continents?
Antarctica.
Pooping log.
Antarctica. I can never say that word. Antarctica. Antarctica. Ann Arbor. Narnia.
Italian.
Narnia is definitely a continent.
It's the
Catalonia, Spain. Is that where they? That sounds right.
Yes.
The Catalan region of Spain. What was his name? Yes. That's
there
him.
You go.
I miss him.
There you go. Anyway.
So last year we kept it light.
Yes.
At times we got a little bit spooky, but overall it was, very safe things that are, don't actually exist. Sorry, not to burst anyone's bubble. But this year I think we're getting very, very real. And so this episode may be scarier than Krampus.
Honestly, I think Krampus is just like a misunderstood creature.
You would think that.
I love Krampus.
And I appreciate that about you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you know what? I can't judge you. I can't come from a place of judgment because when I was younger, I read Dracula way too young, and I had and I also watched Dracula Dead and Loving It.
I love that movie. Have I seen it? It's a Mel Brooks film. The only person I love more than Carrie Elway is Mel Brooks.
I loved that movie, and I feel like that started my crush on Dracula. And so I kind of I was like, yes, come bite me. I'm into it. But like not Bram Stoker's Dracula, like Mel Brooks' Dracula. And ever since then, like if you look at the thread of all of the men that I've dated, they all look different. They all come from different backgrounds, but they're all very funny.
Yes.
And that's why. That's where it all started.
I love that, like, for some people, they're like, vampire sexual awakening was like Interview with the Vampire or Twilight.
Oh, yeah.
For you, it's Dracula Tenenbaum.
Yeah. When he's like mind controlling her and she keeps like walking into walls and shit. Yeah.
That's Leslie Nielsen. Okay. Yeah. It's like Nielsen. So funny. Oh God. I love that movie.
So I can't judge you for your Krampus. Not saying you have a sexual fantasy about Krampus. Do you?
I don't think I do. No.
Okay. I feel like that should be a poll. That should be a poll we put on TikTok is like, what's like mythological or like misunderstood character have you ever had a sexual fantasy about? And it's like Frankenstein, Dracula.
I don't know. Werewolves, maybe?
Werewolves. Yes, I've been there. Not like the Taylor Lautner werewolves. No. Definitely not. That's not the vibe. And not the other one, not the Michael J. Fox one either. Was it Michael J. Fox?
See, for me, it's probably Michael J. Fox. I love Teen Wolf.
That makes sense.
The movie, not the TV show. I've never seen the TV show.
I could see that for you.
What are we talking about today?
We are talking about mental health during the holiday season.
And as you can tell, we might be slightly unhinged, but that's okay.
Oh, 100%. I cannot tell you the anxiety dreams that I have been having every night about the holiday season. And like, don't get me wrong. Like, I love Garrett's family. I love my family, but it's just, there's a lot going on. And you know me, like, I'm also a little bit of like a health nut. Like, I love a good meal. I love a good like indulgence, but I can't do it all the time. I need to like get my exercise, eat healthy. And the holiday season is a time of just like treats, decadent treats, and a lot of socialization and a lot of sometimes expectations, whether they're around the gift giving, whether they're around what to share with your family about your life and how they'll judge you, and just a lot of different ideologies. And as much as we talk to each other during this season, I feel like a lot of us sometimes feel like we're not actually talking to each other. We're not getting that deep because a lot of us are defensive, like I don't want Aunt Linda to ask me about when I'm going to have a baby. I don't want Uncle Bob to grab my ass. None of these people exist in mine. His family. I'm just his family, I repeat, is lovely. It's just a matter of like I like the socialization and the decadence and the it's a lot. It's a lot, and the expectations and the fact that we're going into a new year and everyone's doing resolutions, and it's like we're Omarosacron, whatever her name is here, and is like,
Omarion?
Oh, what's up, bitches? Omarion. He was not my favorite member of B2K. I said it. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot going on. So I know that I can't be the only one feeling this way.
You're definitely not. I know I'm absolutely on board with a lot of those. I think I don't know if everybody has this feeling. For me, a lot of times it's like I can get really sad around the holidays too. I think it's, partially like the year is coming to an end and you're like, where the fuck did the time go? Like, what do you mean it's over? Like, what? So between that and then, I don't know, I think sometimes depending on your family, like you see all of these people and you're like, oh no, this is, I don't know. I don't know if anybody else has this, but sometimes I'll like see some of my family and I'm like, I'm more sad now. I have to go home. I have to leave this place. So yeah, it can be a lot. So we're here to talk about like our tips, advice, suggestions to get through the holidays and kind of like how to keep your sanity and not totally feel like you're gonna go off the rails because it's hard.
Yeah. Any advice I have at all is just regurgitation from my therapist.
Hey, look, sometimes sharing therapy notes is real helpful because not everybody can afford it, and or it's almost like sometimes having to say it out loud. You're like, oh, I get it now. Like it just sits a little bit deeper. But
although something that I didn't pick up in therapy, I picked it up because I meditate. I have to meditate. Otherwise, I just become truly unhinged. So I learned this in a guided meditation that I was doing where you kind of monitor your breath and it helps you be even more present. And I'm not just talking about like, oh, you breathe in, you breathe out, you notice it. I'm talking about you take a breath in, at the end of that breath, at the very top of it, 1, you count to 1, and then you breathe out. And then at the end of that breath, you count to 2. If you're someone like me, you are likely counting before the breath is done. And the whole purpose of the exercise is like, no. You have to actually experience it and then you can count it. So 1, 2, and then you just go back and forth. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Lately, that has been the thing that's been helping me go back to sleep when I wake up in the middle of the night, freaking out about like, what am I doing with my life? Because I know that's a question that my mom is going to inevitably ask me. And so I'm just like, all right, let me just breathe. Let me just do this specific breathing. And it lulls me back to sleep. So that's been a godsend for me.
Wow. That's super helpful. I've done that exercise before and it like, I've never used it while sleeping, but it definitely is very helpful in those moments of stress, or if you're like, I just need to basically like reconnect and get present with your body again. I've definitely used that in like a stressful situation where you're like at a party or something and you're just getting overwhelmed. I'm like, I'm just going to pop into the bathroom and take a couple deep breaths for like 5 to 10 minutes. If you don't have, like a nice quiet room to just go lie down in, the bathroom is a great place. just leave. Honestly, that is one of my like tips for getting through the holidays is like, maybe not just like, just leave, fuck it. But is like, if you're somewhere and you are suddenly like feeling super overwhelmed, or it's just like, again, it's, for me, it's like, it's one of the things that I'm hoping to carry into next year, but trying to like live my life in a way that is as, I don't even want to say joyful as possible, but so I'm reading right now and I've been super hesitant to like read through it because the writing is whatever, but I've been reading The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. And one of the things that the author talks about pretty ad nauseum is, and this is also like a teaching in Buddhism and I think even in meditation, but is essentially like, what are you willing to struggle for? Like, life is about suffering. Like life is suffering, and that's not necessarily a terrible thing. Like it doesn't matter how good your life is. There are going to be problems. There's going to be some amount of pain because that's just part of it. But the goal is to not have 0 problems, but it's to have better problems, right? So the whole idea is like, what are you willing to suffer for? Which sounds super negative, but it's like, what are those struggles that you are okay with taking on and living through? And so like, if going to your great aunt's Christmas party is not something that like you're even remotely thrilled by, like, don't go. Yes, I think it's so easy to say that, but there is sort of this like, oh, I have a moral obligation to go because this is family.
Who gave us that narrative though?
Right. Exactly. That's something that's like pushed on you. But if being around certain people in your family, like just tears you down and makes you feel terrible about yourself, trying to build yourself back up and like build your mental health back to, you know, back to the wherever you were before you went to that party, is it like that effort is probably not worth it. Like hurting yourself that way. I don't think it's worth it. So that for me ties into like, go to the parties and go to the places that you are comfortable going to, like check in with yourself. Are you excited to go to that party? Are you excited to see those people? If the answer is no, don't go. Like, it might potentially cause some issues with the family, but I do think a lot of people are probably a lot more understanding than we give them credit for. Or at least the people that really matter. I don't know. That's sort of where I'm at. Like, be around the people that make you happy, that fill you in some way. And of course, I think you're probably going to get those questions of like, so are you dating anybody from people? But it's one thing to come from an aunt where you're like, I know this is going to like, she's going to say it, whatever, versus somebody who you like can't stand saying it. You're just like, who the fuck are you? Like, I don't know. Take some time to check in with like, who do you want to spend your holidays with? And if you want to spend it at home by yourself, that's fine too. Like, I think the holidays should be spent with the people that you want to spend it with. Yeah.
I agree. I think, and if you do, I would say if you feel guilty about not going, or if you do end up going out of obligation, maybe bring a buddy. Bring a friend, whoever's willing to go, because then you can maybe go on a walk, just the two of you, and kind of regroup and hash it out and vent and like bring a bottle of wine with you if that's your jam, or a bag of wine, whatever. But, you know, someone to kind of be a little bit of a buffer for you. And as long as you're transparent with them of like, hey, like, you're going to be my buffer.
Yeah.
Some really incredible people in your life may be willing to fill that role because they care about you. So
I have a few friends who will specifically ask their significant others or even friends like, hey, will you come with me to family dinner? Because if you're there, like, my parents aren't going to argue with me if you're there. Or, you know, and again, like if you're going in, like sort of setting that expectation, and not even setting the expectation, but letting them know, like, I would really like you to be there as sort of like that buffer or that backup. It can be super helpful. I think, especially with significant partners, I think, significant others, I think, or partners, or even friends, a lot of times, like, you know, what those the relationships that your friends may have with their families. So, yeah, like if you can bring anybody, sometimes it's super helpful because people are on their best behavior when other people are present. So that is also an excellent tip too.
What happens to your mental health around the holidays?
It used to really take a nosedive, I think, for so many reasons. You know, there is a lot of grief with the holidays. It's weird when you lose a parent, and it's like sort of readjusting. So for the first couple of years after my mom passed away, it was very strange. I think now it's a little bit different because I'll get like a lot of invitations where people are like, I don't know what you're doing for the holidays, but you're always welcome at my place. And it's very sweet. So I'm always very appreciative of that. So that's been better. And a lot of times I do spend it with my family. I think the past few years it hasn't been as bad, but there was a period where like I would spend time with my aunt and uncle and like that side of the family. And then we would go visit other family that like, it was just really depressing to see where they were in life. And everyone was like, I guess this is just getting old. And I was like, I would like panic. I was like, I can't, this doesn't seem like a future I want to look forward to. And that's when I realized for me, it was like, nobody has it figured. That's when I realized like nobody has their shit figured out. Like when people tell you this is what you're supposed to do to have a good life, you do XYZ thing and then everything's good and you're super happy. And I was like, no, that's not true. Like when I've made the decision to just start being more myself and being more comfortable with who I am, and if people ask me a question that I think is dumb, kind of being like, that's a stupid question, like not boxing myself in and not censoring myself too much has helped a lot. And then also setting very strict boundaries. Like I know if I spend more than like 3 days with certain people in my family, I'm like, I can't do this. Like my mental health starts to take a nosedive. So I know I'm like, okay, I will spend 48 hours with you and that's good.
That's good that you know that you're aware and you're like, okay, this has a time limit. Yeah. We're getting there. Like, I'm good.
And for me, it's also been like, I realized a couple of years ago, I was like, oh, I just want to spend like, I think it was Thanksgiving. I was like, I just want to spend Thanksgiving with my brother and my sister-in-law, like getting high and watching television. Like that was how I wanted to spend the holidays. So, and then COVID hit. So this year, like that's part of the plan is to like go hang out with them for a while and just like watch TV. And I think when you figure out like, for all of this is to say, like, stay with yourself for a little bit, figure out like, what is your ideal way to spend the holidays? And if it's like you and, 2 people from your family or you and your best friend, like literally just sitting on the couch, ordering takeout, watching TV and getting stoned, like that is fine. You don't have to spend the holidays like you're in a Hallmark movie. Like that's not, you don't have to do that. You can spend it however you want to spend it. And I think too, like trying to keep a routine as much as possible, which is easier now that I have a job versus like in college when suddenly you have like 3 or 4 weeks off and you're like, what do I do with this time? I miss my friends. I like, what's going on? I think it's easier now to set boundaries, but set boundaries and like try to figure out like for you, what is the most ideal way to spend the holidays and try to do that as best as you can.
Yeah, that's great advice. Yeah.
What about you? What happens to you in the month of December?
So I love Christmas. I love Christmas movies. I love, everything about it, the jolliness, the decorations, the creativity, the joy, the peppermint mochas, all of it. I'm very into it. I didn't have Christmas growing up. We didn't celebrate it in my family. I'm from a Russian family. We go hard on New Year's. Christmas was not a vibe for us. I would get Christmas presents until I was about 8 years old because my mom didn't want me to feel left out from the American culture. And then at 8 years old, after watching too much TV outside of my age group, I confronted her about the fact that there's no Santa Claus and she's been fronting as Santa Claus. And she said, great, I don't have to get you dual gifts now. So I didn't really have Christmas. And whenever I got a chance to like spend it with friends, like if a friend invited me over for Christmas or if, someone I was dating brought me to his family for Christmas, I was always like, yes, let's do it. I'm into it. The crackling. I want the Hallmark Christmas. And last year when we had, COVID Christmas, we opened presents over Zoom. We were in like, actually, I was wearing my elf suit. I'm wearing a Grinch onesie right now, but Garrett was wearing this and I was wearing an elf, Buddy the Elf kind of onesie with a hat. And so we dressed up and that lasted all of maybe like 15 minutes because they're straight up like this material is just straight plastic. We were sweating. So we like stripped down to like tank tops and shorts and we opened Christmas presents and it just wasn't the same. And it was like a bunch of Amazon boxes and blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, I love the idea of wrapping gifts. I love the idea of baking cakes and pies and playing music and movies in the background and decorations. And so my mental state is usually pretty high if I can have, someone to celebrate it with. My anxiety always comes from anticipation of the future. And, either that future is going to suck or that future is going to be awesome, but I beat myself up about not being there yet or not feeling like I'm doing enough to be there faster or whatever the case may be. Like that's one of the biggest illusions and one of the biggest farces of our existence is the future. I actually read a quote earlier today that said like, the future is nothing but a state of mind. It's not a reality. And that kind of hit me hard. And so, yeah, and so whenever December comes around, I'm always like, okay, we're going to have this like huge like spike in joy and jolly and carols and candy and blah, blah, blah. And then January rolls around. And it's like, okay, the holidays are over, the decadence is over, the carols are over, the treats and the gifts and everything is over. And now like all I have to sit with is my seasonal depression on top of my regular depression and anxiety. And so I'm like January and February are always very hard for me. And so I guess it's a matter of like trying to enjoy December, but like that
struggle, but knowing like
struggle. Yeah.
January's coming. Sorry, Taylor's rubbing up on my computer.
I see him. I'm so happy we started doing video episodes and putting them on our YouTube channel because now people are going to be able to see a cameo of Taylor. Yeah. I'm so excited for that.
Can you stop rubbing your face on my laptop? Thank you. He's insane. Can you hear him?
We'll just pretend that was him making that noise.
It's very on par. Thank you. Well, and it doesn't help that like January is the longest month. Like I know it's only 31 days, but damn, it always like just feels like it goes
just
forever.
Like all of the serotonin that we aggressively threw at each other's faces is gone, and there's just like such a depletion of it, and everything's gray and sad. I mean, I guess unless you live in like Florida or I don't know, like Arizona or something.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm in Northern California. It's raining today. It's gray and gloomy and raining, and I was like, I'm gonna be useless today. I literally laid on the couch all day and just watched Darren Aronofsky interviews because that's where my headspace is at. Is watching this very specific filmmaker that makes very fucked up films discuss his process.
Yeah, what films has he made?
Requiem for a Dream, Black Swan. I can't say it.
Requiem?
I'm not from this country.
I know.
Yes,
Requiem
that one.
for a Dream. Okay.
Black Swan.
Got it.
Mother. He's done like all of the really Noah.
Pretty fucked up stuff.
The Fountain, Pi. If anyone's seen Pi, they once made me watch Pi in a math class, and I was like, this is barely anything to do with math, and this is also like very jarring to show me as a 15-year-old with raging hormones that doesn't know what to make of this black and white weird sci-fi movie.
Well, yeah, that sounds fucking intense.
Yeah, so that's what I did today.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. Do we have any more advice? Let's give more advice instead of just spiraling, because I'm spiraling. I need help. Lifeline.
God, I think
phone a friend.
For me, again, it's just like set boundaries.
Yeah.
Check in with yourself. Like, do you actually want to do that fucking thing or not? And if you don't, like, don't do it. Another one, because you mentioned at like the top about like the pressure to give gifts. I personally, like, I think we always have this, not always, but I feel like a lot of people are always like, oh shit, it's the holidays, I have to buy every single person I know a gift. No, you don't. You don't. You really, really don't. I think like there was a couple of years ago where friends and I think we had like a group of like 15 people, and everyone was like, oh shit, like I can't buy gifts for 15 people. So we just did like a white elephant. I think we said like $25 tops, did a white elephant. And because we're all a bunch of fucking weirdos, like all of the gifts that we brought were so fun and goofy. And like, I think we had like a light bright and like we had
I
like
love that.
the Die Hard, but like as a children's book. Like just stuff that everyone was excited. Like everybody was like, if I got that thing, I would be excited for it. And I still have my gift from that.
Was there a gift that everyone was like, because White Elephant, like you can trade for gifts, right?
Yeah.
Was there one gift that everybody was like really gunning for?
There was one. So our friend Eli made, she took this like old book and she carved out like a chunk of it. Mm-hmm. And then she had these two little skeletons and she basically made like a little terrarium. Is that the word? Like a little, maybe she made like a little scene with these two skeletons and it was in this like book and you could crack it open. It was really, really cute. And it was handmade. I know a lot of people wanted that one. A lot of people wanted the light bright. And then, the one that I got, I have these like little two stuffies that are, it's Sam and Frodo from Lord of the Rings. And I had like, it was the bag that I picked and I had such a visceral reaction that everyone was like, somebody was like, I would really like that, but I am scared to try to take that from you. So you can keep that.
I know the exact version of Lex that you're referring to right now. I have seen you become aggressively overjoyed by something to the point where like it is terrifying in the best way. It's a very conflicting feeling because on the one hand you're like, I might die, but also like I'm not angry about this. Like I'm not, it's not violent. It's not like angry. It's just like, I just had such immediate and intense love for both of these little stuffed animals, and I still have them. They're on my bookshelf. But so I think doing something like that, or even like doing like, if you're a crafty person, like making something homemade. I love a homemade gift. I like, oh man, because I think it's so thoughtful and the time that people put into that. It's gifts that are homemade are made with love. Like I just think that's such a joy. Zendaya knitted scarves for everyone for Christmas.
That's so cute.
I know. And it's like, she's Zendaya. Like she could probably buy everyone she loves a Porsche and she's knitting scarves and everyone is just like overjoyed to receive them. Yeah. So like whatever expectation, listeners, whatever expectation you're putting on yourself, just don't worry about it. Scratch it. I would even say like, if I would say like gifts are a love language, right? So maybe if someone's love language in terms of how they receive love and it's not gifts, maybe your gift to them could be whatever their love language is, right? So like say their love language is quality time. Maybe you take them out for a coffee and you just like put your phone away, put it on silent and just spend like a solid hour or two with them. Maybe their love language is words of affirmation. So you write them, a beautiful handwritten letter about all of the things you love about them. Like, I feel like that's always a little bit more, it's a little less pressure. It's a little more from the heart. And I mean, listen, not to go on this rant, my Aquarius is about to come out hard, but like, Christmas is so fucking commercialized. And don't even get me started on Valentine's Day. I fucking hate Valentine's Day. But like, when did we start saying like, this is the blanket way that we get to show people how we love them? Like however that snowball started rolling, fuck that guy, whoever started that shit. Because to be honest, like we all receive love in different ways. We all give love in different ways. And if this season is anything for me, it's about connection. And I think especially after the years we've had, so many of us are craving connection more than ever. So many of us felt loneliness in a way that we haven't felt it before. And I mean, I think being more scrupulous with who we spend our time with, who we give our energy to, but also how we give and receive love is very, very important.
Yeah, I agree. And I think it's a lot of times, I think like people maybe don't want I don't know. Maybe I'm fortunate enough that the people in my life don't want like a big giant gift or anything like that. Like a lot of times for a lot of them, like a really nice personal card is enough. Or, something that's an inside joke or is like very specific to that person, even if it's like a small little thing, like that is more than enough. And so you don't like, please don't stress yourself out thinking that, especially if you're in a situation like we're not out of the pandemic. We are getting into a place now where a lot of people are getting their jobs back, or they're getting a new job. However, they're still trying to like catch up.
Shout out Robo Dessert.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Congrats. So, it's such a hard time for so many people. So I don't know, like don't add more stress to your life feeling like you have to meet some kind of unnecessary demand.
Give yourself grace.
Yeah, give yourself grace. It's fucking hard. And
take a walk. Take a walk, whether it's to get away from your family, whether it's to get out of the house. There is, I don't know if I've talked about it on this podcast before. I've talked about it on the Makeup Artist Chronicle, but in Japanese culture, there is this ritual called forest bathing, where you basically you walk through a forest or a wooded area, and it stimulates all of your senses, your sight, your smell, your hearing, everything. Maybe you touch the bark on a tree, and it's been shown scientifically to lower cortisol levels. So it decreases stress. And stimulating that environment by, getting a fir scented or a pine scented candle in your bath, and having a bath with like a nature scented candle, or playing some nature sounds while you take that bath, like that's also been shown to have the same effect. So if you can get out and like, it sounds like rolling my eyes woo woo, but like literally if you can get out and hug a tree.
Yeah.
Maybe I've been living in Northern California too long. I mean, scientifically, it's been proven, like, if you can get out there, even like touch the bark of a tree, or like be somewhere where there is nature around you, that will, whether you realize it or not, it will physiologically lower your stress levels. And I mean, cortisol's killing us slowly. It's killing our genes. It's shortening our telomeres. Again, I'm not going to go on a rant. I won't. My Aquarius is showing. But yeah, like I think creating a serene environment that's nature-based is also helpful. My therapist said, find a pretty rock. Find a pretty rock that you really, really love, that you find so pretty that just makes you feel good. Carry it around on your pocket. And every time you feel like the flare up of a trigger, right? Like Aunt Linda's being a fucking cunt again. You reach in your pocket, you feel the weight of it, you feel the texture of it, you roll it around in your hands, and it'll have the same effect. It'll lower your cortisol levels. It'll kind of bring you back to an even keel. And so it'll help ground you, essentially. So that is also a tidbit that my therapist gave me that I found really helpful. Yeah, but nature.
Yeah.
If you don't have access to nature, like carry it with you in some way and it'll help.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if
I never, listen, I grew up in New York City. I never thought in my life I would say something like that. Go hug a tree. Like, what?
Well,
who is she?
Oh God, what's it matter? I think Chanel talks about that when she was on the podcast of like, get outside and like take your shoes off and just stand on the earth. Like I think that like physically touching things is really helpful because it reminds you like you are part of something much bigger than yourself. But yeah, like get outside. Vitamin D is good for you. Like get outside if you can. I know it's fucking cold. But trying to, I don't know. I think it's also a lot of times when you go outside like that, and if you're walking around and you're very intentionally like touching the tree or touching grass or whatever it may be, you're putting your phone away, or you're like
Mm-hmm.
kind of disconnecting from that for a little bit.
Yeah. And again, if you're at a party in,
Mhm.
you know, an urban environment, maybe you're in New York City or Baltimore or wherever you are, and you're surrounded by family and you can't escape and there's no tree, like find a plant, grab it, take it into the
Mhm.
bathroom with you, take deep breaths and just like sit with the plant for a little bit. And I know it sounds ridiculous, but try it. And then
Yeah.
you try to tell me it didn't help you. You try and tell me it didn't help you.
Yeah, just like touch the little leaves, maybe give it some water if it needs it. Don't overwater it. That could be sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say vent to it, but I feel like plants absorb our energy and I feel like
that. You might kill it.
But I mean also like if you need to release that energy, maybe sacrifice the plant. I hate to say it, but if it's your Aunt Linda's plant, fuck it. She's probably not taking care of it the way she should anyway. It's surrounded by bad juju all the time.
That's the thing, like going on a walk is like, it's one of those things. I feel like anytime somebody's like, get out there and go on a walk, I'm like, yeah, I know. At the same time, like it is probably the best advice. I can't tell you how many times I've been like so stressed out, like, oh my God, life is exploding. And then I go for like a 30-minute walk. I'm like, wow, I feel a lot better. Like it does.
Yeah.
It going back to like what you were saying with meditation, I think when you go on a walk or you do any kind of physical movement, whatever that might be, you are forced to connect with your breath. And it basically gets you back in your body. It's something that like a lot of actors do, of like, that's why a lot of actors do warm-ups, or vocalists will do warm-ups. Like, yeah, it is to warm up your voice a little bit, but it's mostly to get really present with your breath. Yeah. So that way you have more control. And, or sometimes depending on how connected you get, maybe you start crying, you have a nice, good cry. Yeah. And that's what you need. Like, it's a way to get that emotion out. I know.
Or Grinch scream into a pillow.
Yeah. Like put that energy out somewhere that isn't on yourself and isn't like bottled up within you. So maybe it's screaming into a pillow, going for a walk or a run, dancing around your room, like pick one, meditating, breathing, crying, like all of those things. There's a lot of emotions around the holidays. And I think we try to like bottle it up and keep it inside, so that way we seem even keeled, but it just keeps compounding, and that you just wind up feeling real shitty.
And I do that in my regular life, like because emotional energy can be converted into physical energy. And so what I'll do is sometimes if I feel heated or anxious or whatever, I'll just be like, I'm going to take a lap. And I walk around the block, and just that physical exertion. And also I know I probably look a little off. I'm walking around the block, talking to myself, like acting out fights or scenarios, like playing all these parts in my head. But when I make it back around, sometimes I have to do a second or a third loop. But when I make it back, I'm like, okay, I talk through all the scenarios. I got the energy out physically. I'm ready to think about this in a more practical way. Because I feel like when we get emotional, when we're overwhelmed with that energy, it physiologically, neurologically, my therapist told me when we go to that state of, you know, whether it's triggered into a state of trauma or anxiety or what have you, our brain, it like shuts off access to our prefrontal cortex, which is where we make all of our rational decisions. So literally that part of the brain just like pieces out. And so, and I know I've mentioned this on a past episode, where if you are able to tune into that and actually say like, oh, hey, are you there? Like, are you there, prefrontal cortex? It's me.
It's me, Margaret.
It's me, Margaret. Then you can turn it back on. You can kind of power cycle it, reboot it. And sometimes if you can't access it in that way, burning that energy physically or what have you can help it come back online as well.
Yeah. I think another tip I have, and it's one I'm trying to remind myself, with us getting into the new year, you were talking about like resolutions. Like, I feel like a lot of people are like, 2020, I have to have all of these resolutions. I have to have all of these like big goals, these big things. Sure, I guess, if you want, but I would say maybe pick one. Like, if you're going to do it, pick one. Don't try to pick a ton. Just pick one, and pick one that is, that sort of prioritizes your values and is about you personally, isn't about like you versus somebody. Like, isn't like, I'm going to book 10 more auditions than this person over here, or I'm going to be better at this thing because this person said so. Like,
yeah.
Is it something you want? And is it for your own personal growth? And, really question, like, where is it coming from? Like, is it, what's it about? And does it feel obtainable? Do you feel like you currently have the tools to get there? And if you're like, well, no, then go, okay, then maybe one of the tools to get to that goal is the thing you focus on. Again, this is if you decide to do resolutions. I always get a little weird with resolutions because it feels like a lot of people, I don't know if it's necessarily people or society, or like you pick one and then like it's be all end all, right? And like, oh, if you fall off the wagon 2 weeks in, oh, well, I guess there's always next year. Like, no, like you can start and stop and readjust goals or resolutions, whatever you want to call it, at any point in time. Like it doesn't have to be all end all. But I think like having an intention is good. Yeah. But don't beat yourself up. Like don't beat yourself up.
I mean, it's the same thing of like future state, right? The anxiety about the future and the gap between where you are and where you want to be, right? Because I mean, I'm going to say it, not everyone, but a lot of people do a resolution of like, I'm going to lose 40 pounds. All right. Well, that's already everyone's setting themselves up for failure because the key to success, I mean, what I've learned is to do one step at a time and to do the first step. So maybe your resolution is just the first step, right? Say you want to lose 40 pounds. Depending on where you're at in your life, maybe you're someone that's not active, your nutrition isn't that great. Pick a first step. Okay, I'm going to walk around the block. That's it. That's my resolution. And then see how you feel. Guaranteed, you're probably going to be like, okay, that wasn't that bad. Like maybe I'll do this again tomorrow. Yeah. I mean, maybe that's all you do is literally walk around the block once a day, every day for a year. Yeah. And you're going to have days where it sucks and you can't get out of bed and you drag yourself to do that walk and you feel better. Like maybe you skip a day or two. Like that's fine. But like, I bet you feel so accomplished. And maybe you do more. Maybe you don't. Yeah.
Well, and so actually I think that's a really great example because I feel like a lot of it tends to be like, I'm going to lose weight. Like that always seems to be a really big one. And then a lot of people get frustrated and then they give up very early on because they're not seeing the results. Did I just lose you?
No. You froze. I'm so
Am I?
sad.
Can you hear me?
I'm so sad. You also
can you hear me?
Froze gesticulating and saying something very important. Okay, you're back.
Okay.
I lost you. Did you lose me?
I did not at all. And I was like, can you hear me? I'm still here. I can hear you. Well, that'll be fun. So yeah, but I think like, so the goal on like losing X amount of weight is a really great example of what I mean by like, pick something that feels super obtainable. And I thought I have such like a complicated feeling about like losing a very particular like number for so many reasons, right? Like, what is that based in? Is that like, why? What is the reason why? Like, why do you want to lose 40 pounds? And I think for a lot of people, there's this idea of if I lose weight and I weigh X amount, then I'll be happier. And that kind of goes back to what I was talking about earlier. Like, what are you willing to suffer for? Right. For a lot of people, and there are tons of studies that if you try to lose weight, like with the goal of like, if I lose weight, then I will be happier, etc. For a lot of people, it doesn't work that way. And then it results in really like body dysmorphia. So for that example in particular, like how can you flip that? So it also, for me personally, thinking of like losing weight, like if I lose X amount, it almost feels like it's a punishment, right? Versus like, I want to focus on like being able to do XYZ thing with my body. Like I want to be able to run a marathon or whatever that is. Like it's obtainable in a way where you're chasing, I don't know, it feels like a
There's no
goal that
ego.
you can hit. Yeah. And I think it's also not like such a societal pressure too, right?
That goes back to your point of who are you doing it for? Are you doing it
Yeah.
for yourself because maybe you want to be like, you have health issues or something like that, or your confidence is taking a nosedive, or are you doing it because society is telling you you have to look a certain way?
Yeah. And that also goes with like, if we flip the script of like, I wish I could remember who it was. There's a plus size model that I just recently started following on TikTok, and she talked about like her journey with her body and self-love. And she was like, I actually weigh more now than I did when I was at my lowest confidence. The difference is like the way I started talking about and thinking about my body and thereby treating my body. She's like, I no longer work out as a punishment. I don't work out like, oh, if I want to eat that cake, I have to run 5 miles. No, I'm going to eat the cake no matter how much I run. She's like, now I work out to treat my body, like as a reward for my body. Like, look at how fucking much you can deadlift now. Hell yeah. Like she's made it so that way exercise is this like beautiful experience and is a treat. Yeah. And also she like has found extra like workouts and things that she loves doing. She's like, I don't, you know, and I've seen a lot of people do this where they're like, no, I'm not going to fucking run. I hate running. You know what I do love doing? I love lifting weights, or I love rock climbing, or I love dancing. So finding things that you enjoy. But yeah, so if your goal is like, well, I want to work out more because I want to feel healthier, or I want to, whatever the thing may be, like, make it personal. And the other thing, like with picking a particular number of like, I want to lose 40 pounds, you might lose weight, but like maybe you slim down or whatever, but the scale doesn't move, right? Like that happens, especially if you start gaining muscle, but then people get really frustrated because they're like, but I still haven't lost weight. Like that happened to me at, I think like 19, I lost weight, but I didn't lose weight on the scale. Yeah. And then I got mad and I gave up. And so as I've gotten older, it's more about like, no, I like want to be able to learn this dance routine. I want to be able to do, I don't know, just like treating your body differently. Why am I not
seeing you do more TikTok dances then?
Because I don't like TikTok dances. I don't like them.
I just want us to do TikTok dances together.
Okay, you send me videos of what TikTok dances you want us to learn, and then we'll learn them.
That's my Christmas wish.
Is it? I didn't know.
Yeah.
Just said, oh my goodness. Okay, well, send me what TikTok dances you want to learn, and I'll learn them for you because I love you so much. And then maybe I'll enjoy them. Like, yeah, these aren't terrible.
So much.
Yay. I didn't know you wanted to learn TikTok dances. I know you wanted to do
TikTok shenanigans together.
We got to be in the same place. Well, we don't have to be. We can duet each other, I guess.
That's part of the dream. Well, we can duet each other. Yeah, duet. That's part of the dream that haven't we been talking about? Like, just getting away for a weekend, you and me, and just like goofing, new boot goofing.
Still one of my favorite phrases. It's so stupid. I love it. New boot goofing. It's not stupid. It's just so silly. It's so silly. I love it so much. Where did it come from? Where did it go? Cotton Eye Joe. Happy holidays, everybody.
Happy holidays. We have an extra treat for you guys this season.
We do. Do we have any I went on such a tangent about fucking resolutions. Great. All I'm saying is pick things that feel right and feel obtainable and don't stress you out, make you want to cry. Yeah. There you go. That's my advice.
I love that. I want to end the episode on a high note.
Hell yeah.
Which is treats.
Yep.
We have a voicemail.
Treat yourself.
We have a voicemail from Bobby.
Bobby!
And the voicemail is a treat, but it's not the only treat. So you'll know what I mean. Listen to this. How do I do this? Grandma over here.
Hey girls, hey. I was reading the show notes for this week's episode and saw the request for tasty treat recipes in honor of Brownie Day, which is this Wednesday. I actually dug out one of the recipes that I found from Pinterest that is for this really delicious vegan brownie. It's no bake, so that's always awesome, a little bit less work. And I also have a modified Nestle Toast recipe for chocolate chip cookies that are really good. A previous coworker of mine has a side hustle of cookies, and she gave me a modified version. It's not quite what she uses, but it's still better than the basic one. So I'll find those pins and send them to you over on Insta. But anyway, always love to check in and say hi, and that you guys are amazing and keep it up. Can't wait to hear the next episode. Okay, bye.
I love you so much, Bobby. For those that don't know, we had merch that dropped, and our campaign for the merch, we did like a 90s Sofia Coppola type campaign because, you know, we had a fanny pack, we had a bucket hat, et cetera, et cetera. The peonypodcast.com/merch. Cop it. But Bobby was the one that kind of photographed and did was the director of photography for the shoot and shot videos and interviewed us and helped us with that content. So Bobby's an angel. I love you so much, Bobby. Angel. And now she's feeding the people.
Yes. And if these are the no-bake brownies that I think they are.
Yeah.
Oh, girl, they are so good. They're so good. So that's what's up. They're delicious. Yeah. I'm excited to bake them.
No bake.
I know. No, I said make them.
Oh, make. Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you said bake them. I was like, no bake. No bake.
Don't bake them.
No. I mean, you probably could. I don't know.
You probably could, but I think it would I'm
going to see Robo Dessert on TikTok
turn into
my
a rock.
Roommate set our apartment on fire.
Whoops. Oops. No bake, Gabe. No bake.
I love that. I'm excited.
No
I love a sweet treat. I love to bake or assemble or whatever. So I'm very excited to try this. We're going to post. So if you don't know, every episode has a blog post that we do with it where we, link the Recos. We drop the episode in there so you can listen. You can watch the video episode. It's all in one place on the peonypodcast.com. I'll be sure to include those recipes that Bobby sent us so that if you, listener, want to make the brownies and or the cookies, you will have the recipe at your fingertips, your
phalanges,
finger nubbins.
Both were terrible.
So yeah, that's probably the biggest tip is give yourself a treat.
Yes. I was like, nubbins?
I love that.
Yeah.
No, nubbins is not the main tip. Nubbins. All right. Well, I got to go bake some cookies. So
sounds great. Yay. All right, everybody. Well, happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Grinch scream. Sometimes you just gotta scream. That's another tip. There you go.
That's the Reco of the week. Just scream.
Scream. Yeah. And give yourself a hug. That's another one. Yeah.
Lovely.
Happy
All right,
holidays.
everybody. Happy holidays. We will catch you next week.
Bye.
Bye.